Okay guys, what it is, we've had a real hard rain the last week and it's packed our soil down, so we're taking the Hoss tool here with the opening plow on it, and we're going down through there, busting the ground back open, and we're going to take our hoe. We've already got most of it done. We're just going to show you this last little bit here to kind of show you what we're having to do. And then we're taking the hoe, kind of leveling the dirt back up before we run the planter down through it, because if we dump the ground so hard in that rain that when we plant them, the seeds would be in this hard packy soil, and we kind of want our seeds to have a good opportunity maybe to come up in some loose soil before the next rain gets in here. So that's kind of what we're doing this morning. Here we've got 2 rows planted. If we had not used the Hoss tool to break up the ground, this little earthway planter here, that's what we've got. It would have never pushed through that soil as hard as it was to plant these things. Now, it beats hand dropping everything, and it gets the job done. You know, I mean, it's not the best tool to be used for this, but it was my dad's, and it is what it is. On a homestead, sometimes you have to use what's available. I would recommend that anybody who's got a small garden like we've got here, it's well worth your time to stop and make one of your homestead purchases, the Hoss planter. I've looked at it many times. I've looked at the videos about it. I've watched Hoss use it on his channel, and it's really a nice tool. I've watched the web caging. I've watched several people actually using this planter, and you know, it's going to be a tool in the future for me, I believe. But if you're a beginning homesteader and you're wanting to start out right, I would advise that you start out with a Hoss tool planter, because that one tool is going to make your gardening so much simpler than anything you've ever used. And then go with, if you can afford to later on, you know, the double wheel plow that Hoss tool sells. That thing is fantastic. I have one. It makes it extremely easy to push, even when my neck messed up and my shoulders like they are. Wanda, her being a female, she can push this thing and use it without any problems at all. And it's been a blessing on our homestead, I can tell you that. So for a beginner homesteader, or even a veteran homesteader, if you don't have a Hoss tool, I would advise looking into them and purchasing one of their Hoss tools if you can. Kind of wanted to show y'all a little bit about what it looks like once we're through. You can see on each side we double planted this time. And I think this is probably going to be a better system for us. It's a one-time system probably for the rest of our life if we live a normal life. We've got the rebar, we've got the cattle panels. If we take them up every year and store them in the barn, there's no reason why they won't last for several years, you know, and that's what we're looking at on homesteads, is stuff that we're not having to replace every year. We have an English pea planting video from last year. I would advise that you go back. There's going to be a card up here that you can look at. Go back and watch that English pea planting video, and you can see some of the upgrades we've kind of made from that and how we're trying to make it a little bit easier on our life now that we're getting some age on us. It's really important once you start getting older to kind of make gardening as easy as you can, because you know there's the old adage about planting English peas. There's three messes. It's a mess to plant them, it's a mess to pick them, and it's a mess to clean them up. I've always heard that my whole life, and I'm trying to stop that thought train. I'm trying to make picking and planting English peas and preparing everything and cleaning up as easy as possible as I get older. Now, you know, this is a good trellis system. It's a one-time trellis system for us because it's galvanized and rebar and stuff. Like I said, we take it up, there's no reason why it won't last for 20 years for us or even more. And if we live a normal life, that's all we've got left anyway. So, you know, hopefully this system's gonna work. Just ask that y'all follow our journey along with us and just see how it works, and maybe it's something you everybody. We've got the third fence up here. We went out of town, got the rest of our cattle panels. Come back in, got that set. We've got our 3 rows of cattle panels up and our 6 rows of English peas. We're waiting to see how they're going to turn out now, so we're going to let y'all go along the journey as we grow these on this particular method. See how they do. Thank you from Deep South Homestead.